Welcome back to the Punch Digital Studio. It's the end of 90 minutes at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo, and it's the Super Eagles of Nigeria 4, the Cheetahs of Benin Republic 0. A result that is good enough to amplify the push of Nigeria's position at the continental playoffs later this year. Just the results that maybe everybody would have hoped for. It was the worst case scenario for us, and we had it. Jubilations at the end of full time in Uyo, but let's see how well that will go. It's enough to get us into the playoff position, but let's continue to look at the indices now. Peter Akimbo joins me for the rest of the conversation this evening. Peter, what a frenetic game. When it mattered most, they delivered, and it had to take one man to carry the team on his shoulders. Victor Osimhen, the second highest goal scorer in the history of the Nigerian national team. He has
29 now, just 8 behind Rashidi Ekini, the great Akini. So as you were saying that is the second best result that is the best result we would have wanted, but actually the second best result we would have wanted. Yeah. We all wanted South Africa to fail to win.
We couldn't have controlled that.
But we couldn't control that. So in our own hands, this was the result we wanted, actually a 4-0 win. And like you said, Osimhen stepped up. We had before this match, we've seen some criticism all around. People saying that Reliance is about to take taking his team to the World Cup now, and they've already complained about Norway not going to the World Cup. Bale has taken his team to the World Cup. We have Osimhen that is deputized by another African Player of the Year, Ademola Lookman. But we are in this position. Yeah. And people forget that Osimhen missed 4 of these playoff games. And the games he has been here for, he has not lost any. He has won 3, scored in almost all. He's now our top scorer after missing 4 games of 10. Wow. So it's just it just shows that Osimhen has proven to the fans, to those that are saying that where are you, where are you, where are you? Here I am. Scored the hat-trick. 3 goals that you would not have expected him to score. 3 goals that he seemingly brought out of nothing. No, except maybe the first one. But then the other goals came from nowhere. Osimhen jumping up and doing his thing. The free kick that came in, doggedly struggling and getting there. There was a chance that he created for, I think, Simon. That Simon plays to keeper. And Wilfred Ndidi. That the ball was going to 2 other defenders, and Osimhen ran in there, got that ball, and that's what we are talking about. Honestly, he would have finished that game, but he knew he was tired. He knew he couldn't give his best anymore. And that's what we are saying about people like Lionel Messi. They know when they are done giving their all for the team.
All right, Peter. Sorry to cut you short, but let's take it from where you just directed us to. Talk about hunger. Talk about the winning mentality. These things have been missing since the start of this qualification series, since 2023 when we started. Yeah. But, it's just like when we were pushed to the wall, the players knew how to bounce back and get the result that they wanted. Look at how much hunger that we saw today. And look at the fluidity of play. I've not seen the Super Eagles play that very well in a matter of... as far as this qualifying series is concerned, I think this is the best game that This is the best game that I've seen them play now. Osimhen getting a hat-trick today speaks volume about how much every other player in this series has put. Not to discredit what they've done, but then I think it's high time we begin to do a review of how things have been. So, what do you make of the series so far? Missing 4 games, coming back to becoming our top scorer.
I mean, like you said, it seems sometimes like the Super Eagles need to be pushed to the wall before they get these results, like you said. But as you said, obviously, we need to actually go forward and try and create a team that is not overly reliant on one man. That is not overly reliant on pressure. Because France won the game against Azerbaijan. Yeah. No pressure, did the job. Just 2-0, yes. But did the job, dominated the gameplay. Nigeria in Africa is France. Nigeria in Africa is Brazil. I mean, Brazil too having their issues, but Nigeria in Africa we are that heavyweights, the players we have around us. And it speaks volumes of the options we have. I mean, yes, we are saying we have Akko Adams again, but just in 2023, Boniface won a domestic, a double and then a treble in the next season. He won rookie award. Yes, we were saying that it would have been on our win African Player of the Year if he came to the AFCON. Yeah. So, but that 2023 period, we tried Boniface during Osimhen's absence, didn't get it. We tried Onuachu, who is now clicking in Trabzonspor, didn't click. We tried every other option. Why is it only Osimhen? Why only Osimhen? I think it just speaks about how Osimhen is dogged for the team. He fights for that shirt. When Osimhen is in that team, nobody else is able to displace him. You would see that he commands the players around him. But like you said, we do need to find the solution.
Yeah.
When Osimhen is not there, when he's tired, like he was tired today, he came off. Aokodare could not score. Murphy could not score. He was still, yes, obviously. So Akko Adams was able to. Osimhen knew he could not score in that position. Passed. It was still Osimhen's play. So, but when Osimhen came off today, the strikers were not the ones that caused that goal. It was still a midfielder. It was still a wing, a cross from Moses Simon. So why is it not our strikers? What's this problem? Chelle has to solve that before we go to the AFCON and the playoffs.
Before we go to the AFCON, the playoffs first by November.
Yeah, and then the AFCON
now
in
let's
December.
talk about the playoffs properly. As it stands, the Super Eagles will finish with 17 points originally in that group. But because of the withdrawal of Eritrea in that qualifying series, CAF and FIFA have said that all the points that all the second place team in every group got against the bottom place teams will be deducted. Good for us. Now we don't have to regret that draw
against Zimbabwe.
Because we only got 2 points off Zimbabwe. So 17 minus 2 leaves us at 15. So we take 15 into the ranking of the second place team. And with a better goal difference of +7, we are better placed than Burkina Faso there. A team that is likely going to join that route will probably be DR Congo, who face Sudan later tonight in their last fixture. So South Africa picks the automatic qualifying ticket. Good for them. Their job would have been done if not for the fielding of ineligible player they did in March. We cost them 3 points in that group as well. Maybe that also played out too. That was one of the reasons Lesotho didn't end at the bottom of the table as well. So good for everybody in the eventually. But then, Peter, in November, we'll now be going up against Cameroon, most certain, Gabon, certain as well. Nigeria will be the third team. We are not sure if it's going to be Niger or
Burkina Faso.
DR Congo.
DR Congo.
It will be Niger or DR Congo that will complete the quartet by November. And from what we understand, the draws will be done based on the latest FIFA rankings and on the last FIFA rankings, and it's going to be number 1 against number 4, number 2 against number 3.
And then we'll have a final.
Knockout and final. The sole winner goes to the Intercontinental Playoff by March next year. It's definitely a long route.
Yeah, it's a lucky route, but a long, tough, lucky route.
Like I said before we got into the studio, I told some guys in the office here, whatever they want to go and do in that playoffs, let's go and do it with them too.
Yes, let's go and do it with them. Let us, even we are still going to be under that World Cup banner. Those that are out will not be under the World Cup banner. We are still playing World Cup games in these playoffs.
Of course.
I mean, but like we said, if we're talking about Wabali's mistakes, if Wabali's mistakes had led to that 2-2, would not be the situation. Yeah. But we are in this situation. We have the chance to win. We had the chance to get here, and we did what we had to do. I mean, as long as we are always, I feel like I was saying it when we were watching the game, where I lost my voice, as you can see, that as you can hear, that Nigeria in knockout situations, Nigeria in group stage, maybe you'll be seeing them failing or wherever, ever since Raw left. Yeah, but when you come into knockout games, Nigeria having to beat Wiz in their front, I think that presents more of a chance. Yes, we are calling all these South American teams that they are tough, they are dogged. We are going to neutral grounds. Yeah. Let's all go and play these games. Let Nigeria go and show themselves as well. Let Osimhen bring himself to the party. And let whoever our deputy will be, Akko Adams, Arokodare,
or whoever.
They've all scored decisive goals.
And we need all the players fit. This
we need all players fit.
One of the things that cost us in this qualifying series was that, imagine that we missed Osimhen for
4 games
because of injury. And a number of other players didn't get to show up.
Lukman also had some injuries. Lukman, when we came back into this qualifying fixtures that we had the draw in the first game, Lukman was match unfit because of the fact that he had issues with his club. So we've had players that have had issues also off the pitch as well, like Boniface trying to get transfers, Chukwueze being unused in AC Milan, then having to come into our team because he's still one of our best right wingers. So the fact that we are having all these issues around, we just need everybody now, play your best for your clubs, like all these are players that have scored now, and come back here and play your best for us. I think Akko Adams is our current deputy for Osimhen, but let's see how it goes.
Everybody just knows how to show up and be the next deputy after Victor Osimhen.
Honestly, will somebody take over?
We'll see how that goes, but we need someone to take that shirt permanently. In the last 3 years, I can count about 4 players who've come.
Best have tried. Taiwo Awoniyi. Honestly, I forgot to mention that one only
And
because
there is still a certain Kelechi Iheanacho who is still somewhere in Celtic
Yeah,
trying
that
to
is
revive his
trying to-
career. So it's very dicey with the way the choice of players is going to be. But as far as I'm concerned, we need everybody fit and we need the best legs to prosecute the next 2 matches in November and of course picking the ticket to the Intercontinental playoffs. Now, so far so good, the job is done. Maybe if we have to cry over spilt milk, we will have qualified automatically.
Yeah, if we had beat Zimbabwe in both games,
maybe
even if we are saying we don't want the ritual rule,
maybe not even Zimbabwe.
Maybe
But
Lesotho, maybe
imagine
Rwanda.
that we failed to beat Lesotho in our second game of the series. Zimbabwe drew us as well.
then they beat us.
Look at the defeat against Benin Republic.
Our only loss.
And the draw against South Africa at home. You know, all these South Africa point deduction will have played out in our favor if we at least got a
win.
point.
Yes, a
even
point.
a draw against Benin
In all those
Republic in
games.
Ivory Coast will have earned us the automatic ticket. But should we cry over spilt milk? We still have
we still have a way to go.
solace.
Yeah, we have solace, and we have a very long way to go. I mean, November is the 2 straight games,
Yeah.
and that's out of the way. And if you get those games, then you can now start preparing forward. And I think these Eagles, if these Eagles get these 2 games out of the way, they are able to win the AFCON. I'm not saying this is easy,
Yeah.
but they went at the final last time, and this is a team that is stronger together. Win the AFCON, that motivation, that drive, African champions, you are going towards getting the World Cup ticket. I think they are going to be able to push that last race and get it. Let's just see.
Let's talk about cohesion very quickly before we wrap up on the show this evening. How they play this evening is one of the best.
Does that not worry you about Ekong?
Yeah, you know, we talked about it. Ekong's pace probably will not be fit for this kind of game. He might not be able to cope with the Benin Republic attackers, but then it's good that we have dependable backups.
The boy that is now this is we're talking about deputies. Talking about deputies, that boy played so well today. That talking about deputies, someone that is even like a deputy that is another number 1 option.
Of course, exactly. He's as good as a starter.
He's as good as a starter on the team.
So, with the way they play this evening, it's one of the best ways that I've seen in recent times. How good do you think the Super Eagles are gelling under coach Eric Chelle? I
think they are doing very well. We're talking about Eric Chelle still being stuck in the 4-3-3 era, and then look at this game, 4-4-2. I've been hearing this since I've come into sports. I've been hearing this from all my Ogas. Yeah, Super Eagles are a wing team. Yeah. Super Eagles are a wing team. We are called Eagles because we play on the wings. Yeah. But European influence, everybody's playing 4-3-3. We are playing 4-3-3. We don't have the midfield for 4-3-3 anymore. We don't have Onazi. We don't have Mikelobi. Another person will switch to 3 at the back. We don't have that anymore. We don't want to try all this 4-4-2 flat, like Shondek will say. Give us this formation. We have top strikers, we have attackers, we have strong players. Let them go and chase this win. Let them go and chase these goals. And I think that Chelle has done a good job, as we say. I was saying that we say Chelle is doing a good job, but we can also say that those other coaches missed Osimhen. Osimhen is, of course, Chelle is the one that has had the best Nigerian player at his disposal. Yes, he used him well. Like yes, he created for him. Benefit boy. Benefit boy. So he really benefited from having Osimhen, from having that striker in his teams. And honestly, well, I mean, what I would say is this for him as a plus, Osimhen or not. With what he has had at his disposal, he has always been able to get the results.
Then stick to this style,
yes.
I think.
Yes, he has always been able to get the results. Always been able to tell his players that no, you don't see someone like Moses Simon trying to do too much. Yeah. So Chukwueze did not chance. Chukwueze got 2 assists in this game. Chukwueze never got 2 assists in a game in the senior national team before after his under 17.
So I think he doesn't play regularly at club level.
And he got 2 assists in this game. So if he's a coach that can tell them do this and they are doing it, I'm fine with it. As long as he gets those results, yes. And looking at the player as well, what you said about them gelling, cohesion, yes, he's getting it in that team. No, you were not seeing people running on each other's places. Normally, we would have 2 strikers. They'll be chasing same wing. Yeah, they were both separately. Look at that Osimhen's goal. Osimhen is usually a striker that's on the left wing. He was on the right wing, stayed there, created an assist for the striker on the left wing, completing the gameplay. So yes, Chelle is building a team towards cohesion. Not cohesive yet, but towards cohesion. I can agree better than some other coaches we've seen.
Well, 10 games in the qualifying series, 3 coaches, but Eric Chelle taking a very difficult job earlier this year, had 6 games to manage, and of course, he did his best, so to say, and the best that we can get in all possible situations was to get a playoff spot, which I think we've done enough to have secured. By the end of the day, when other results are in, we will definitely be able to beat our chest that yes, we are going to the continental playoff. Thank you very much, Peter,
Thank you
for your
very
time
much.
this evening. Well, it's a wrap on Punch Sport Extra this evening, a very special edition, so to say. We needed the results and we got the results. The smiles are back on our faces.
And the voices are lost again.
And the voices are lost. And of course, we will be back in November. Hopefully, we won't need calculators. It's just knockout and final. Then we'll see how it goes from there. Thank you very much for your time this evening. And thank you for everybody who has been a part of this production. My name is Abiodun Adewale. Have a lovely evening.